Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one and only Red's View. Of course, I go by J Red, your gracious host. And before I begin, make sure that you hit that like button or the dislike button, hit up the ring bell for notifications, and also subscribe to youtube.com/Red's View. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. The Democrats strike again. The Democrats strike again by way of BLK. That's a video channel or video production company that does these senseless, ridiculous campaign videos that we've been seeing, right? Now, you saw, I don't know, BLK did this with Take Your Booty to the Poll, right? But Take Your Booty to the Poll, you saw Vax that thing up. Vax with the V-A-X. Vax that thing up with Juvenile, Mia X, and Manny Fresh. Now, what do we have now? Now we have Trina and Saucy Santana talk about no voting, no vucking. No voting, no vucking. And you know that this is a Democrat tactic. Like, come on, man. Democrats are the same ones where Hillary Clinton went on a black panel and talked about she got hot sauce in her bag. She carries hot sauce everywhere. The Democrats are the same ones who Roland Martin got his big ass up and started doing the wobble with Hillary Clinton. The Democrats are the same ones talking about take your booty to the poll. The Democrats are the same ones talking about vax that thing up. And now we have no voting, no bucking. And obviously this is done by the Democrats. How we know is that this thing about this, like, I'm nonpartisan, right? I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I just go with whoever presents the best policies to me and my people. Whoever has a black agenda that is for me and my people, that's who I will go with. I don't care if they're racist or not, whatever, right? But the thing is with the Republicans, the only thing I can say about them is that they don't go through all these desperate measures and attempts to try to get black people to actually vote. They talk to us like we're adults. The Democrats talk to us like we're children. The Democrats talk to us, they look at the demographic and be like, okay, we want to get the black folks, so we got to bring sexuality. We got to bring all of these different things into it to try to get them to relate so they can vote. That's what you do to people who are not intelligent. That's what you do to people who you feel like act like and behave like children. You get Saucy Santana, who's obviously an industry plant. Then you get Trina. Now, Trina is a legendary female rapper, came out in the late 90s. I love Trina. All of us love Trina. But I don't know, maybe Trina needs this bag, but they get these people to participate in it because people with common sense wouldn't do it. I think that they probably made Saucy Santana to do it because he's an industry plant. But with Trina, they probably went to Megan Thee Stallion. They probably went to Cardi B. They probably went to a lot of people. Maybe the bag wasn't big enough or their team had actual common sense to not let them do no BS like this. But black people, this is what the Democrats think of you. Black people, this is how the Democrats view you. They view you as non-adults, as children that just loves to talk about sex. You talk about no voting, no fucking. You're bringing in sex to this shit. Now, for those who are looking at it and being like, okay, this is a comedy spoof or whatever like that, it is what it is. It's entertainment. But I'm looking at it more than that. It's like, would they go to any other community, any other race group, any other ethnic group? Would they go to anybody else and try to use sex to sell it to them? Would they get Madonna to make a campaign to help make a promotional video to get people to vote in a sexual way? If they do, and I'm wrong, show me videos where they do this to the Asians, to the Mexicans, to everybody else, to the white people. Like, let me know where they are. The Middle Eastern people, how do they approach them when it comes to voting? Do they get people from their culture to do certain things as far as sexual presentation? Now, there's nothing wrong with tapping into the hip hop culture. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We use it to advertise, to sell products and different things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But look at the sexual explicit lyrics in it. Look at the imagery of it. Black people are Jezebels. Black people only want to fuck. That's what they think of you, black people. They don't think that you're intelligent at all. And anybody who likes this or feeds into it and say, I remember when they came with the no booty, to like take your booty to the poll, right? And it was people I actually knew talking about, well, strippers, they vote too. I know that they vote, but how come we have to appease to black people like they're fucking kids. Or they're sexual slaves and beasts and animals that just want to have sex. And if you want to get a vote, hey, dangle this thong in front of their face, get this booty right here, get these BBLs, and then twerk on a damn pole, and that'll get them to the polls. This is disgraceful. This is disrespectful and a slap in the face to the black community. And whoever BLK is, kill yourself. Kill yourself, man. Like, to even participate in something like this is a big disgrace to black people. This is ridiculous. But this is what, part of me is upset at that. But the other part of me is that how would they come up with these ideas? And we participated in it. Want to know why? When WAP came out, right, during the whole George Floyd protest, it was a little bit after that, right? We all were focused on the George Floyd thing and liberation and all this other stuff. Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B dropped WAP. There's no problem with WAP. I like WAP. But we were making that number one. They knew to throw that out there to get us thinking about sex again. And with this whole Megan Thee Stallion sexual liberation wave that's going on in the feminists and all this other stuff, this is the result of that. This is what happens. Remember when I made a video talking about why are they performing WAP at the Grammys? I was like, why are they performing this at the Grammys? Like, the FCC, they're not saying nothing about this. This isn't the BET Awards. This is what everybody watches. Everybody. You can't say it's, because at first you could say, well, don't listen to Megan Thee Stallion. She's for adults. Don't go to her shows. Don't look at the BET Awards because this is, but I'm like, okay, award shows are for everybody. Unless you're talking about the AVN Awards. That's the porn awards. But we're talking about an award show. That's for everybody. So you mean to tell me that they can get on there and bump their pussies together, her and Cardi B doing lesbian acts, sexual acts on stage. It ain't even about your sexuality. It's sexual acts on stage at the damn Grammys. They can do that. And then people were in the comments, let them live. It ain't that deep. It's sexually liberating, all this other stuff. But this is the result. When you let that happen, you ever heard the term, you give a nigga an inch, they'll take a mile? Democrats started doing the Birdman hand rub, looked at that, saw how some of us reacted to it and said, you know what? We can make it take your booty to the poll. We can make vax that thing up. We can make a no voting, no bucking. We can do that because they allow this sexually explicit behavior. Now, there's nothing wrong with sexually explicit behavior, but there's a time and a place for that. And if you're talking to me about business, if you're coming to me talking about voting, something that every American has the right to do, and it's serious when it comes to people changing our lives and how the way we live and the politics and the prison systems and education, funding, all of this stuff. When it comes to black people talking about it, we got to talk about it with the sex. Sex sells, but when you talk about it with other race groups, it's just about simple policies. That's all. But when we do come up with the contract with Black America with Ice Cube, want to know what happens? He gets criticized. He gets called a Trump supporter. He gets called a coon when you're trying to make a contract for Black America. But this is the result. Part of me is shaming BLK for making these ridiculous Uncle Ruckus ass, Boondocks ass videos. That's what it is. Part of me is criticizing them. And the other part of me is understanding how it got to this point. But it's shame on us as a culture, as a community, to allow this type of stuff to happen, to have these results. And it's also looking at the Democrats and shaming them because this is ridiculous. This is downright disgusting. It's ridiculous. And this is what they think of you. They think that you're sexual animals, sexual beasts, Jezebels. That's what they think of you, black women. Pay attention to this, black women. And LGBT folks, because they got Saucy Santana talking about you can't hit this booty or whatever. Come on, man. But anyway, this is crazy. It's disrespectful. That's my part of it. That's what I think about it. Let me know in the comments how you feel. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/RedsView. Follow me on Instagram at JAYR3D. And this is J Red RedsView. I'm signing out.